Hello, everyone, and welcome to What is a Literature Review? My name is Robert Martel, and I'm the instruction librarian here at the Atlantic School of Theology. So, what is a literature review? A literature review is a critical appraisal of the research relevant to your topic and question. So, you have a topic, you have a question, and now it's your task to go out there and identify the literature that is relevant to your topic in question. What sorts of studies, what has been written on your topic or related to your topic? Often I find students want to find what I call the holy grail article. They want to find the article that's exactly about their topic so that then they'll know how to conduct their study. But you don't want to find that article because your topic and your question are unique. It's a fresh new look at a topic that may have been dealt with in the past, but you're going to take your topic and question into some place it hasn't been before. So hopefully you won't find the Holy Grail article. Instead, what you will find is literature that is related to your topic and helps to inform your own topic and your own research. A literature review also describes the relationships between prior research. So imagine you're doing research, you're looking at prior research, you're identifying it, and you begin to notice whether it's a natural or artificial. You begin to notice a narrative. You begin to see that there's a story to your topic that is started before you and will continue with your own research. So there are relationships there between prior research. Sometimes researchers respond to each other intentionally. Other times they simply build on one another, and the topic that you are now looking at, it seems as though it has a history behind it, that it has a story. So these are the relationships inherent in the history of a particular topic, and your literature review will identify those relationships and discuss them. It's all part of building a case for your own research. And when you build a case for your own research, you inevitably identify a gap. So, for instance, you might write, Smith and Johnson in their 1990 study did this. They did a qualitative research study on this category and group of people. My topic, there's still room for my topic, and I propose a qualitative research using an ethnography and studying this sort of group of people. It's your job to kind of look for that gap and limitation in the past research and make a case for your own. Your approach, your methodology, your question will be unique to you. And often students ask me, well, what if I find out my exact topic's been done? Well, I say, go talk to your professor, because that is not the end of the story of your topic. You can always take your question somewhere else. There's always something unique that you can work out with your professor so that you can help build that case for your research and identify that gap where your particular topic and question will fit. A favorite quote of mine that I think really sums up what a literature review is, and it's from Franz Rowe's editorial on what the literature review is not, and this is how he describes it. A literature review is what we already know, what we still need to know, and how we can get there. I love that, those three pieces right there. So let's break down those three pieces. So what we already know. What we already know is the critical look at past research. So you're looking at what has come before, and it's a critical look. It's not just a summarizing. It's so-and-so did this. I see limitations. I see a gap. So-and-so is built on this person's research, but there's still room. That takes you again back to the gap. So that second piece of what a literature review is for Rowe is what we still need to know, right? We still need to know this, and my topic's going to fit that. It's going to answer that question. It's going to fit in that gap right there. And that third piece is, well, how can we get there? Well, we get there. That's accomplished through my particular question and my choice of methodology. So this is what we already know. It's all in the past research. What we still need to know is the gap and that my topic in question will fill. And how we get there, well, that's accomplished through my choice of methodology and through the question. So what does a literature review look like on paper? What's the format? I would say that there's a lot of variation in format, and it's really important that you get clear direction from your professor ahead of time as to how they see the literature review, how it looks on paper. But often I find that students will take two approaches. They'll take a thematic approach where they break up the literature in terms of themes, pockets of themes, and the other approach is a chronological approach where they take the topic that they're looking at and they look at the relevant research that's been done over time. So they establish the narrative of their topic, and then it kind of ends with their chapter in the story of their topic. This is where my topic fits in, and my question and my methodology. So whatever approach you take, what we do know for certain is that your literature review is a discussion. And of course, in this prose, there's going to be summary. Summary of prior research is unavoidable. You need to have a little bit of summary in there because you're discussing what other researchers have done. But it's your responsibility to make sure that this prior research that you bring into your literature review, that you discuss it in a logical manner, that it progresses logically. You can't simply have isolated paragraphs that just sit there on the page with no relationship to what comes after or what was prior. So remember, think of your literature review as an essay. It's a mini essay that looks at a brief history of relevant research. Not everything on your topic. You're going to have to be selective in the sense that you'll have to limit the range of that research. Not selective in a way that means you would ignore contradictory research or contradictory findings. Not selective in that sense. Not a bias sort of selection, but a selection by a selectiveness by necessity, simply to keep your literature review at a certain size. But remember, so think of it as an essay. It progresses logically. It demonstrates relationships. And it's not a bunch of isolated paragraphs like an annotated bibliography. I want to end this brief tutorial on what a literature review is with some recommended reading. And I think that the four pieces that you see here, they range from a basic to more advanced. And you can locate all of these articles and web pages, the links to these pages and articles, through the Atlantic School of Theology Library website. Just head to the grad projects and thesis page, and you'll find the links there. In my next video, I encourage you to watch my next video. It's walks you through a literature review. What I do is I take a literature review from a grad project and I walk through it, identifying how the student has identified the relationships between the literature and built the connections and identified the gaps in the literature, and then made a case for their own topic, question, methodology. So I hope this brief video has been of assistance to you, and I wish you the best in writing your literature review. Thank you.